Hi, I'm Will from Tested.
I'm Norm from Tested.
Norm, what do we have here today?
We have a iPod dock. It's a speaker dock. It's made by Sony. Now get this, the model number for this is, before I forget, the RDP-X500IP.
They need to come up with a friendlier name. I'm going to call this the Biff.
Way friendlier.
This is the Sony Biff from here on out.
Please take a cue from other companies' naming conventions.
Everyone else.
Everyone else.
Yeah.
It's not like this is their only speaker dock, but it's a mid-range one.
Why? This is mid-range. You said mid-range, what, like $200, $300?
It's $300
wow.
MSRP, which I think, in terms of iPod speaker docks, you can go way more expensive, up in the $500, $600 range. Speaker docks we reviewed. This is in mid-range, not your $100 speaker dock that you buy from Target.
Right. It's not a clock radio with an iPod dock.
Yes.
You get pretty good sound quality at least out of this. You took this home, put it in some big rooms.
Yes.
How does it fare?
Very well in a meeting room. I'm going to give specific dimensions. A room that's like 18 by 18 feet.
How tall is the ceiling?
10 feet ceiling.
That's a big room.
Yeah, big room. So like a big kitchen. Definitely works well. The cool thing about it is that not only does it work with a bunch of Apple products, basically every iDevice out right now, the stand pops out. So when I don't have it in.
Oh, so unlike the Zeppelin, which has the iPod arm on the front all the time, this you don't have to look at if you use the line in that's on the back. That's very cool.
And there's a little pad here, so I can put my phone in, or the iPad will show in just a bit. Also works.
Does it charge devices? Will it charge the iPad as well?
Charge as well. This is supercharged.
So it's a 2-amp charge.
Yeah. And Sony, they tell you to download an app. It'll prompt you to download an app from the App Store to run with this. I didn't think the app was anything special. It's just basically a clock app. It'll start the player at certain times. So you'll say, if I want music at 6 p.m. and play this
So it turns this into a clock radio?
Kind of a clock radio.
That's pretty cool.
So
I can get into that.
My music right now. So compared to like a really expensive speaker dock, like the Bowers & Wilkins Zeppelin, that's a $600 speaker dock, this doesn't sound nearly as loud. I'm gonna play music right now, play just for 5 seconds.
Just out of curiosity, how does it compare to like 150, 200, like the clip stuff and
Much better.
Much better.
Yeah. So it's actually, it'll fill a room.
Okay.
So this is near maximum brightness, and the remote is actually not very good.
It's an infrared remote, I believe.
It is. I'm just gonna hit play here.
I think you have to be on the front for the remote to work, it seemed like.
This is maximum sound.
So it's a little distortion, but it's not bad.
Up close is actually more distorted than when you're like 5 feet away.
And I'm sure like any other kind of, where are the speakers on this, underneath this?
The speakers are underneath, it's actually, the grill goes all the way around.
So weird,
when you put the iPad on and you're blocking a bunch of the front, now the iPad will
you have it
fit.
upside down there, Chief.
Oh, I do have it upside down.
Button goes on the bottom, turns out.
Looks the same.
Nice job, Grasshopper.
I'm putting it on. Works. It's covering a lot of the front. The sound will still come on the back.
So there are speakers. It almost seems like there's speakers coming up and then being deflected out or something like that inside this guy.
See if I press play. If you'll have music, you have your white drive.
Yeah, there we go.
So this is your heavy bass.
It's pretty impressive bass for such a little speaker.
For this size speaker.
Seems a little bit high for this size and kind of volume.
It definitely is a premium mid-range one. It's on the high end of the mid-range, and doesn't have any extra features.
So
no AirPlay.
Okay.
Unfortunately, and there are competitive iPod docks with AirPlay around this price.
Okay.
I'm a little bummed out it doesn't have AirPlay. It's kind of limited. There's a line in. It's really easy just to press on top and use iPod or the audio in.
That's good.
To swap.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Even when you plug it in, there's no digital, like no screen to tell you what volume you're on. You have to kind of look.
Well, it uses the iPhone screen.
You have to look at
okay.
your iDevice screen.
Yeah.
Like the TDK big boom box that we reviewed earlier last year. That one had a digital.
It shows you where. Well, the little button, the lights are all you need to know. So this is. Do you remember the model name?
Oh yeah, it's the Sony RDP-X500IP.
Or Biff, as I like to call it, the Sound Blaster Extreme.
It's a $300 speaker dock. I think it actually sounds really good if you're, again, in a room about 15 to 18.
So mid-size room.
18.
Kitchen, bedroom, not living room.
I did put it in a bigger living room, like a 20 by 25 room. If you put it like in
That's a big
against
house
the
for
wall,
San Francisco, Norm.
If you put it against the wall or in a corner, you'll definitely be able to tell the music is coming from that corner.
Okay.
As opposed to like if you're putting the Bowers & Wilkins in that room, the music it's all around you.
Fills the whole room. Yeah. How, did you take it outside? Sometimes when I have people over in the backyard, we're grilling or something, I like to put it in the backyard.
Didn't really play outside. You are tethered. The cable is long,
about
but
10 feet. It looks like,
definitely an indoor speaker. Good for bedrooms. Good for the kitchens.
Cool. So that's it. $300. We'll see you guys next time. I'm Will.
I'm Norm.
Bye.
Bye.